We're going to finish Credit 1 of English 9A today. Lesson 3 of English 9A is your mastery check, so you're going to be doing that on your own. Make sure you are citing evidence for the answers that you're choosing and write them on those lines. For Lesson 4, we're going to be going through evidence. We're going to be finding more textual evidence. We're going to be charting it, and this stuff will really help you with your performance task in Lesson 5. The first page you'll come to is citing descriptive language. We're going to find descriptive language in the text and of Clay We Are Created, and you're going to be filling out the chart. I'm going to give you a few things that you could use in this, but you're going to have to go through it and find more examples of taste, touch, sight, smell, hearing examples of that where you see it. One that I found that stood out to me was in around line 245 in there. Katharina's scent melded with his own sweat with aromas of cooking, garlic, soup, freshly baked bread, and the unexpected odor of putrescent clay. Okay, which sense does that one appeal to? Taste, touch, sight, smell, hearing. Okay, you could write that one down. Another one I found was around line 211, where it talks about how they were shaking with cold. Okay, so again, which sense does shaking with cold affect? And you could write that down and then find a few more from the text and add them to the chart. Okay, the next thing you're going to come to is the character chart for Rolf Karl. You can use a lot of the things that you've done already to fill this out. Personality traits. You can be very general, meaning he was a nice guy, but you're going to want to say why from the text. What made you think he was a good person based on what you read in the text? Behavior. There's the whole thing is about his behaviors and what he did with Azucena. So you can find things for that. Feelings. There's a whole lot of stuff about feelings too, especially at the end when he starts to confront his own past. So make sure you're looking for examples of those things. Physical description might be a little harder. You can generalize a lot. When it talked about in the beginning how he grabbed his canvas bag and just jumped and went on the helicopter. So you can infer a lot of things about his physical traits, maybe that he was strong and athletic. There was one in lines 1, 2, 3, about 74, 75 that talked about how his smile crinkled his eyes. That would be a physical description. So go ahead and find physical descriptions within the text and of Clay We Are Created and fill out that chart. And then more on Rolf, you're going to be doing the character and plot elements. Remember that your performance task is going to be about how Rolf changed throughout the story. So this chart here is really going to help you with your performance task. So the first example of Rolf is done for you. At the beginning of the story, Rolf is a reporter who's very dedicated to his work. And you cite where you got that from. And they quoted, he stuffed his gear in the green canvas backpack he always carried, and he was one of the first to reach the scene. Okay, that kind of shows you his work ethic. And then the explanation, the quotes show that Rolf is organized and has his work pack ready, and he's one of the first to arrive, and that shows his dedication to his work. All right, so you're going to want to go on from that very beginning point to map out how he changed throughout the story. So for number 2, you could talk about how when he first arrived on the scene and meets Azucena, he's working really hard to try to find a way to save her. You can cite some of the things he did, whether it's the tire or the ropes or whatever you want to cite, and explain how that shows what his character is like. Okay, and then think of what happened after that, after he was trying to save her. How did his perception of the event change? What did he go through? Then after that, more. What point did he finally decide he's not going to save her? And how did he change? What did he try to do then? How did he try to comfort her instead of trying to save her? And you want to have at least 5 examples, meaning the first one is done for you, so you need at minimum 4 more. And then the final example will be the big change, which was how he started to look towards himself and confront his own past. And then in the very end, how he's trying to heal from that. Okay, so make sure you've got at least 4 more things in this chart there. Make sure you're saying what happened, giving a citation of evidence, and then explaining what it meant. Okay. For the last lesson, it is your performance task. Okay, so for your performance task, here's your prompt. In the short story, And of Clay We Are Created, Rolf Karl attempts to save a girl named Azucena from a dangerous predicament. During the rescue attempt, Karl learns from the girl and he begins to change as a result of his interaction. Okay, so you can see how the whole chart that you just did is really going to help you with this task. You're going to be writing a summary that uses the textual evidence, and again, if you did the chart, you already have the textual evidence to describe how Rolf Karl changed due to his interaction with Azucena. Remember, this is supposed to be typed in MLA format, and you are going to need to cite the evidence, okay? And that is it. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions or you need more explanation. Good luck, guys.